everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about Gemma 4. Gemma is basically Google's family of models combined together to work efficiently on smaller devices as well. And in today's video, let's see how we can use Gemma and what are the options available and where do we use it. Now, in order to use Gemma, we'll have to download Google's AI Edge Gallery. Let's get started. So to begin, you'll have to search for Google AI Edge Gallery and install that. I've already installed it, so let me quickly show you. This is how the interface looks like once the app is installed on your phone. Let's start with AI chat, and then we have a lot more to explore. So we'll go to AI chat, and we have a lot of models. You can see here, this is the best overall, recommended by Google themselves. So I'm going to download this. Okay, we have a lot of other models you can explore if you want. You have to download it before you are able to use it. Okay, so you can see here. Basically, how this works is the entire model is on your phone, and that's how it is. It can be used without internet, right? So it can take some space. Keep in mind, as we can see, this particular model will consume 2.5 GB of space on your phone. Right, so let's just wait for this to finish. We can check how we can use it, what are the advantages, and if you have to use it or not. So it takes some time and it is all downloaded. We'll click on try it. Once you click on try it, it will say initializing model. Okay, so let's wait for it to finish the initialization. On the top, you can see all the models. Okay, we have selected this particular one, which is Gemma 4 E2B IT. Okay, if you go to this particular option, which is basically the configuration, you can change the max tokens, the top K, top P, temperature, and all of that. One thing that we'll have to change is CPU. Okay, it would be selected as GPU by default. We'll have to change it to CPU. So CPU is your main processor, GPU is your graphics processor, and which is basically meant for heavy tasks. You don't want to be using that for now. It's not that stable as well as of now. And also maybe temperature, we can change it to 0.8. Okay, let's click on OK. And it's initializing this particular model right now. Let's just wait for a minute. And there you go, it's done. Let's start using it and see what happens. I have connected my internet because I wanted to connect it to my laptop so that I can record my screen. But keep in mind that you can try it out even without internet. Let me ask a very simple question. Okay, what do you mean by AI agents? Give it in 2 bullet points. Let's hit enter. Model on CPU. Here are 2 bullet points explaining AI agents. Goal-oriented systems. AI agents are software entities designed to perceive their environment, reason about goals, and take actions to achieve those goals autonomously. Autonomous decision making. They are capable of planning, executing sequence of tasks, and adapting their behavior based on real-time feedback without constant direct human input. Okay. And it has taken about 10 seconds to generate this response. Let me ask the next question, which is, give me 2 YouTube video ideas for my tech channel about AI. Okay, let's hit enter. Here are 2 distinct YouTube video ideas for a tech channel focused on AI, catering to different types of audience. Idea 1, the practical and hands-on deep dive. Great for broad tech audience. Title idea, build your own AI chatbot in 60 minutes. No coding required. A practical tutorial. Okay, then it gives me concept, what to Google Dialog, OpenAI's GPT, API Playground, and no-code tools like Zapier Make. What to cover, okay, why it works. And idea 2 is the future and philosophical exploration. Great for a thoughtful, forward-thinking audience. Okay, so again, it has given me title, concept, what to cover, and why it works. And there you can see. It has given the title, what to cover, and why it works. Right? Of course, you can keep chatting with it more and more and see what exactly do you need, okay, and how AI responds back. You can see this one took around 1.3 minutes to respond. Now let's go back Not just with text, we can also play around with images. So I am going to ask image and we'll go with the same model. Click on try it. And here we can attach any of the images. So let me try if I can take it from my save it and then get it back. So this is the image of a bird called macaw, very famous bird actually. So I'm going to save this image and let me just attach the file. I've attached the image and I'm going to ask which bird is this. So let's hit enter. It'll take some time because everything is working locally on your phone. Based on the image, this bird is most likely a blue and yellow macaw. Ararona. Okay. Key features that suggest this identification include bright coloration. It displays vibrant blue, yellow, and red-orange plumage. Beak shape. It has a strong hooked beak typical of macaws. The combination of a blue and bright yellow-orange feathers strongly points to the blue and yellow macaw, right? So I've also searched for macaw on Google. So you can see here, this is the image that I've taken from Google. And these are all the images of macaw. Actually, it should be A. So it can identify birds, plants, whatever you want. You just upload the image and ask about that particular image. It will answer you for that image. Now let's go back and let's try out audio scribe. Okay, you can see here it says instantly transcribe and or translate audio clips using on-device large language models. So again, we are going to use the same model. Click on try it and you can see here we can now record audio clips, pick WAV file or check the input history. Okay, we'll record audio clip and I'm going to record this particular thing. While using the app, only this time, don't allow, I'll say only this time. Tap the record button to start, I'll click on this. AI agents are basically systems that can take actions on their own based on a goal. Instead of just answering questions, they can understand what you want, plan steps, and actually execute them. For example, if you ask an AI agent to plan a trip, it can search for flights, compare options, suggest the best one. So it's not just responding, it's actually doing tasks for you. So I've recorded this particular thing and I'm going to ask it to summarize what I've mentioned. So this is the attachment and let me ask, summarize the key points from this voice note. So I uploaded the audio file. I'll play it after I send it. Summarize the key points from this voice note is the prompt. I'll hit enter. Fill to start, native, send message. Okay, session reinitialized. Not really sure what happened. Let me just try it out. Okay, let me restart the service. I'm back, audio scribe, don't allow. Let's open it up, click on try it, and let's wait for initializing the model. I'll upload the file. So for some reason, it's not able to send the audio file. Not really sure why. But we have tested this, it was working fine. So hopefully when you try it out at your end, it might work. Let's move on to our next feature, which is agent skills. Let's see what it is and why we can use it. Now the next thing is agent skills, where it's not just answering questions, but it'll do a few things. Okay, we can see here, use specialized high order reasoning by loading different skills or creating your own. Okay, try tapping a sample prompt below to see agent skills in action. Okay, interactive map, kitchen adventure, or we have a few more like calculate hash, text spinner, okay, send email, and so on and so forth. Let me try send email. So send email, good morning to abc@example.com. Content, any plans for tonight? Let's see what it does. And there you go. It's actually opening the app for us to switch. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's leave it. Can I cancel it? Hopefully. Yeah, okay. We can select the skills that we want here, like calculate hash or interactive map or kitchen adventure. You can read through it as a dungeon master for a text-based adventure. Set in a world where everyone is a sentient kitchen appliance. Trigger when user says start kitchen adventure. Okay, mood tracker. Okay, likewise QR code and so on and so forth. So let's try this QR code thing. Okay, and for that, I'm going to give this particular thing. Generate a QR code for this link. Let's try it out. Loading skill QR code. Let's open it up. Let's see if it is able to generate it. It's calling some JavaScript. There you go. We've got the QR code. Oh my God. This is some serious stuff, right? Like, you don't have to open anything. You just have to open this Edge gallery and ask it to do a certain action. And it does for you. So scan this QR code and check if it is taking you to this particular YouTube channel. So let's move on to the next one, which is called Prompt Lab. Okay, again, we have 8 modules here. We are going to use the best overall as it says. Okay, response will appear here. We can add the content here. Okay, so I'm going to add this one, which is artificial intelligence is changing the way we work and learn in today's world. From automating simple tasks to helping with complex decision making, AI is becoming a part of everyday life. It is being used in industries like healthcare, education, and business to improve efficiency and save time. As AI continues to evolve, it is important for people to understand how to use these tools effectively so they can stay relevant and make the most out of this technology. Okay, we'll go with freeform, rewrite tone, or summarize text, right? Anything. So I will go with summarize text. I'll give this particular text. Okay, and we'll say enter. So it will summarize this entire text over here. You can see here is a summary of the text in 3 to 5 key bullet points. Okay, we'll go to rewrite tone and we'll give the same text and hit enter. So you can see here, it's all happening in your phone without internet. So as we can see, it is giving us a few options to choose from, right? And of course, you can choose whatever you want and then take it from there. Now let's move on to the tiny garden. Okay, as we can see, use natural language to plant, water, and harvest in this fully offline mini game. So it's a mini game that they have come up with where you can plant, water, or harvest within the app. You can give it a try. You'll have to download this for trying it out. So download and give this a try. Now the last one is mobile actions. Now here it is very powerful because performs various device actions through function Gemma. So let's quickly download this and see how it can be used. Now it is downloaded and ready. Let me click on try it. And you can see allow Edge gallery to record audio on my phone. I'll click on only this time. Okay. And supported sample actions like turn flashlight on, off, create contact, send email, create calendar event, show location on map, open Wi-Fi settings. Oh, wow. Let's show location on open Wi-Fi settings, maybe. There you go. It actually does it. Oh, wow. I can turn it off, but then it'll stop working on my desktop. I could try with the flashlight on, off, but the problem is I'm recording. So that's a problem. We can also hold to talk. Could you please open the Wi-Fi settings? Okay, I don't know what. Let's check show location on map. And there you go. Just once, let's see. And actually opened up maps. Device needs to cool down. Okay, there you go. So yeah, that's Google AI Edge Gallery and Gemma 4 for you. We are slowly moving from AI which is running on cloud to AI that's running locally on your device. That's a big shift because now AI is not just going to answer questions, it is going to take actions on your behalf based on what you ask it to do. And that's a huge thing, isn't it? Of course, this is still in a very early stage, but we can see the direction that we are moving in. And it's exciting to see what comes in the next month, next 6 months, next 1 year. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.